Ever wondered why rhinos stroll around with tiny hitchhikers on their backs? Meet the Oxpeckers, nature's feathered frenemies. They're more than just free riders. They're bloodthirsty opportunists with a flair for drama. What secrets do these birds hide? And why do rhinos let them stick around? Get ready for a wild ride through a story of unexpected alliances, quirky behaviors, and nature's most complicated love-hate relationship. The dynamic duo, Rhinos and Oxpeckers. At first glance, the partnership between rhinos and oxpeckers may seem like a perfect match. The oxpeckers, known scientifically as Buphagus erythrorhynchus and Buphagus africanus, diligently perch on the backs of rhinos, consuming parasites such as ticks, lice, and other skin irritants. This behavior is especially beneficial for rhinos because their thick, leathery skin often becomes a hotspot for parasites that can cause irritation and infection. By eating these unwanted guests, the oxpeckers provide immediate relief to the rhinos and help maintain healthier skin. The birds' agile movements allow them to access areas that rhinos cannot reach, enhancing their overall well-being. While this seems mutually beneficial, recent studies have added nuances to this long-believed tale of harmony. A feast fit for a bird. The Oxpeckers' diet. Oxpeckers aren't just out for a free meal. They're opportunistic feeders with a taste for the unexpected. In addition to parasites, oxpeckers have been observed feeding on the dead skin of their hosts and even earwax. However, what sets them apart is their unexpected craving for blood. Research has shown that oxpeckers are known to peck at existing wounds to keep them open, prolonging the healing process to access blood as a nutrient source. This behavior, often referred to as wound maintenance, is not uncommon in the animal kingdom, but certainly challenges the perception of oxpeckers as purely beneficial partners. A study published in the journal Behavioral Ecology highlighted that up to 85% of oxpecker visits to their hosts included pecking at open wounds. This dual behavior, cleaning while inflicting minor damage, demonstrates the thin line between mutualism and parasitism. The alarm system. Oxpeckers as lookouts. Rhinos, despite their formidable size and power, have poor eyesight, which makes them susceptible to sneak attacks by predators, or, more worryingly, poachers. This is where oxpeckers step in as vigilant guards. The birds possess sharp eyesight and emit loud, distinctive alarm calls at the sight of potential danger. A study conducted in South Africa found that rhinos with oxpeckers detected approaching humans nearly twice as often as those without. This behavior has significant implications for the survival of rhinos, especially in areas where poaching is a major threat. The name Askari wa Kifaru, meaning the rhino's guard in Swahili, perfectly encapsulates this role. While their shrill warnings are life-saving, it raises an interesting question. Does the rhino tolerate the oxpecker's parasitic tendencies because its life might depend on them? The dark side. When help becomes hindrance. The oxpecker's dark side reveals itself when examining the wounds they keep from healing. While these birds are known for removing parasites and providing a much-needed service, their persistent pecking at healing wounds can significantly hinder recovery and even lead to secondary infections. This behavior, where oxpeckers prolong the presence of open sores, shifts the relationship from mutualism to parasitism in the eyes of many biologists. The African Journal of Ecology report underscored that while rhinos benefit from reduced parasite loads, the trade-off comes in the form of these open wounds that can fester and attract other parasites or harmful insects. This cycle contradicts the bird's initial role as a cleaner and supporter. Over time, these sores not only prolong discomfort but can contribute to the rhino's vulnerability to other health complications. For rhinos, living with oxpeckers is a balancing act, a relief from parasites paid for with the nagging cost of wounds that refuse to heal, demonstrating nature's intricate web of benefits and consequences. The evolutionary dance. How did this relationship develop? The evolutionary back and forth between rhinos and oxpeckers likely developed over thousands of years. Early observations suggest that as rhinos adapted to the savanna, they became prime targets for external parasites. Oxpeckers, originally insectivorous birds, likely adapted to recognize large mammals as mobile buffets. Over time, rhinos may have learned to accept the presence of the birds because the benefits parasite removal and early predator warnings offset the drawbacks. This evolutionary dance underscores how species co-adapt to survive. The relationship shows how nature's partnerships are not always straightforward or one-dimensional. It's a strategic give and take shaped by survival rather than pure cooperation. Beyond rhinos, oxpeckers, and other hosts, rhinos are not the only hosts to these opportunistic birds. Oxpeckers are known to perch on a variety of large mammals, including buffaloes, giraffes, and zebras. Each host presents its own challenges and benefits for the birds. A study in mammalian biology highlighted that oxpeckers prefer hosts with high parasite loads, indicating a selective strategy to maximize their feeding efficiency. While these birds provide similar pest control to these hosts, they don't exhibit the same alarm-calling behavior with every animal. This suggests that their relationship with rhinos is particularly special, possibly influenced by the rhino's poor eyesight and heightened need for protection. On giraffes and zebras, oxpeckers might act more as traditional parasite cleaners without the added complexity of blood feeding or wound pecking. Oxpeckers and rhino protection. In regions plagued by poaching, oxpeckers may inadvertently bolster the safety of their massive hosts. These birds emit alarm calls upon detecting human presence, alerting rhinos to potential threats and providing them with a crucial head start to evade poachers. This behavior has piqued the interest of conservationists, who view oxpeckers as potential allies in anti-poaching efforts. The Rhino Recovery Fund highlighted that reintroducing oxpeckers to rhino populations in protected areas could enhance the animal's vigilance and overall safety. However, this strategy necessitates a careful assessment of the bird's parasitic tendencies, such as their habit of keeping wounds open to feed on blood, and how these behaviors might impact rhino health over time. The blood-sucking truth: oxpeckers as parasites. The revelation that oxpeckers consume blood has reshaped how ecologists perceive their relationship with their hosts. While the birds are still considered important for their pest removal skills, their tendency to drink blood and keep wounds open blurs the line between helpful symbiote and harmful parasite. Researchers have pointed out that in the absence of severe tick infestations, oxpeckers may rely more heavily on blood feeding, highlighting their opportunistic nature. This behavior is particularly problematic in environments where wounds can easily become infected. A 2023 analysis in the Journal of Wildlife Disease found that rhinos with a higher number of oxpecker interactions were more likely to have persistent wounds, raising ethical questions about the true benefit of this avian partnership. The balancing act: mutualism versus parasitism. Nature's partnerships are rarely as simple as they seem, and the rhino-oxpecker relationship is a perfect illustration of this complexity. While mutualism is defined as an interaction where both species benefit, parasitism tips the scales so that only one party reaps rewards while the other suffers. The oxpecker's behavior teeters between these two dynamics, performing services that help rhinos while also engaging in practices that can be harmful. For instance, rhinos benefit from the removal of pests that irritate their skin and carry diseases, but they must also endure the oxpecker's penchant for keeping wounds open to access blood. This cost-benefit scenario poses a real conundrum for rhinos, tolerating some negative behavior for the overall positive outcome of fewer parasites and better protection from potential threats. This intricate balancing act underscores how adaptable and layered such symbiotic relationships can be. It also highlights an evolutionary strategy seen in many species: the willingness to accept some harm for an overarching advantage. Such complexity shows that survival often involves compromises where mutualism is rarely absolute, but rather a blend that shifts with circumstances and needs. The takeaway: nature's intricate web. The relationship between rhinos and their tickbird companions is far from simple. It serves as a reminder that nature's alliances can be multifaceted, with layers of both cooperation and competition. In this case, the oxpecker acts as a vigilant guardian, a diligent cleaner, and, at times, a nuisance. This paradoxical relationship reveals how different species have evolved complex strategies to coexist, blurring the lines between friend and foe. As we learn more about these interactions, it becomes clear that mutualism is rarely pure, often peppered with a dash of opportunism that reflects the true essence of survival in the animal kingdom. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating and complex relationship between rhinos and their tickbird companions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or any questions. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.